Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal.
Ladies and gentlemen, SideStrafe back with MechWarrior Online. And if you were around in 1995 and you had a thing for Battletech, then you were probably playing MechWarrior 2. In which case, this music and some of the sound effects you're about to hear will sound familiar. Now, I am, of course, using a MechWarrior 2 sound modification. If you're curious about it, more information in the description below. All the links you'll need to apply these sounds and, of course, this great music to the game. But we're in the Blackjack. A couple of live games for you to test out some of these sounds. Look at this guy strutting his stuff. But we're going to go ahead and follow the rest of the team here. If you've been subscribed to me for some time, you probably know that I'm not a huge fan of the sound effects in MechWarrior Online. To me, they're very synthesized. Well, I think to anybody, they're synthesized. They sound like the kind of things that you would get out of like a garage band jam pack, which is, of course, you know, for music. Like the autocannons sound like drums. A lot of the other sounds just super synthesized. Not great work, and considering the day and age we live in, I think they could do better. Now again, all the things you're hearing here, 1995. Remember this. So, while not necessarily amazing by today's standards, in some cases I find these sounds to be better. I mean, there's some autocannons for you, which have more of a punch than the ones that we normally get in MWO, which again just sound like drums. We've got inbound. Of course, all the interface sounds, Bitching Betty, which the new Bitching Betty's cool. She sounds really good, but you know, it's just kind of bringing back some memories here. Talk about nostalgia night. Gonna watch our flanks here. There's a few extra sounds that I think were in the old game that MWO or PGI never really bothered to apply. I think there's just more audio for like every little detail. Every time you get hit in a certain spot, I think Bitching Betty says something. I love when assault mechs are not paying attention to me. Timber down.
Enemy mech destroyed.
I don't want him looking at me.
Enemy mech destroyed. Target.
Going in after this fire starter, although he's almost done. Team appears to be doing a fantastic job. I've been getting really lucky with teams lately, that's for sure.
Enemy mech detected.
Missiles inbound! His legs are messed up. One more to go. But as far as I can tell, the music is on loop if you choose to use it. You can otherwise not install the music pack or just lower it in your volume options. But pretty much everything is there. The sounds of the mechs walking, the footsteps. There are some sounds that I think they keep from MWO. But, you know, even the zoom in, I'm not sure that you can really hear it. But it's the old zoom in sound. And again, 1995, you know, so They were doing what they could back then with audio. And it was also back when, if a game did come on CD, you could pop the CD into a normal CD player and listen to the soundtrack, which was always nice. I hope I didn't hit that mech that was standing in front of him. I noticed the guy there. But, wow. That had to hurt. Talk about a shutout. A little bit of team damage there. 421 in the Blackjack. One of my all-time favorite mechs in this game so far. But I'm going to go ahead and hop out here. Maybe choose a different mech so that we can get some more sounds for you. We will do this live, but I will probably transition just because sometimes it can take a while to get into a match. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, round 2. Back in the Hellbringer from our last video. I figure I've got a decent amount of weaponry on this thing, so it'll give us a bit more variety. But that music, it just reminds me so much of the MechWarrior 2 single-player campaign. Spent hours playing that game. Good times indeed. And it's just amazing to think about how long ago that was. But, you know, I have to say, kind of hearing some of these sounds, I feel like PGI needs to revamp some of the things that we have in the current game. You know, I'm all for using mods and things like that, but we really shouldn't have to. And besides that, I don't know, there could be certain legalities associated with, you know, using some of this stuff. Like, I don't even know if PGI has the rights to this old music and whatnot. So, you know, hopefully there's no problems with me uploading this video with it in here. But, you know, again, things aren't perfect. It's 1995 audio. You can hear things with some compression in it. If you really listen carefully, and it's not as good as it could be, but, you know, in many cases, I feel like, I guess I can't go up that way. In many cases, I feel like a lot of the old sounds still hold up and are better than what we have in the regular game. And I think somebody typed at me, but I was distracted, so my apologies. Let's see. Alright, we've got some contacts up front here.
Enemy mech detected.
Yeah, like, I'm not a huge fan of the way these lasers sound. But, you know,
Enemy mech destroyed.
what's a laser supposed to sound like, I guess? But even some of the walking sounds, you know, it almost feels like there's a bit more weight to the mechs.
Enemy mech detected.
That intimidation factor that needs to exist.
Target engaged.
I talk about audio quite a bit. Obviously, great graphics are important to me, but sound is just as important. And if you neglect sound, you fail. You know, as human beings, we are granted senses, hopefully. And, you know, sound is just super critical, I think, to enjoying a game.
Target engaged.
Of course, I think some of the best video game sound
Target engaged.
tends to come from Battlefield and the new Star Wars Battlefronts. Anything made by DICE. DICE has been, I think, the master of sound for many years. Not really much range here. I'm gonna have to back out. Wait till we get into things. Although, we've already taken out 3 mechs, it seems. Get some fire there. Now, if you think about it, you could probably take a lot of real-world audio
Engaged.
and put it into MechWarrior, and much of it might still make sense, you know, gunfire, cannon fire from tanks and things like that,
Enemy mech
to get high caliber audio. And I'm not saying PGI has to go out and record an actual tank, but I mean, there's, I don't know, you'd almost think that they could license things that would sound better than what we have now. I don't know, I'm just, again, I really love good audio, and I don't feel like we get it in MWO. Just sad.
target engaged.
Trying to kind of just stay leg down here
Target engaged.
for the time being. We've got a lot of targets, but some good shots on that crab, I think it is.
Target engaged.
Yeah, king crab, actually. Contact left.
Target engaged.
I gotta watch out for that mad cat.
Target engaged.
Autocannons don't have anything on that king crab. That's what the lasers are for, though. No, he's backing off.
Target engaged.
Blackjack. Kind of want to get into the mix here.
Target engaged.
Letting him have it. I mean, the guns! These 1995 gun sounds for the autocannons. Again, it's nothing jaw-dropping compared to listening to a, you know, a game of Battlefield or something, but
Target engaged.
I mean, it sounds so much better than listening to somebody play the drums every time I shoot. I want to forget I have machine guns. I'm gonna zoom out.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Alright, what do we got?
Target engaged.
It's a Jaeger mech. Is he still standing?
Enemy mech destroyed.
There we go. But yeah, even the machine guns, even though they sound kind of chintzy, they're still somewhat better than what we have in the normal title.
Enemy mech detected.
It's that guy that's looking at me. We got to be careful here.
Target engaged.
He's down though. You want to feel like
Enemy mech
you have a lot more power at your disposal, right? I always refer to these as weapons of mech destruction, right? And they need to feel like that, not just, they need to sound like it, not just look like it. One of our arms is about to go if we're not too careful here. Let's see if we can get around this guy. And this guy's taking a lot of damage.
Enemy mech destroyed.
Gotta watch that heat though, but that's what those machine guns are for. Alright. One target remains. And we still have our teammates here with us, so I feel pretty good about this. Good city fight. But yeah, I mean, I have images of MW2.
Enemy mech detected.
And it's fantastic, you know?
Destroyed. Mission successful.
Damn right, bitching Betty. So good. I mean, PGI, I'm sorry, with all due respect, you need to up your audio game. It's very much important that you have great sound in this title. I mean, you can see the difference that even some audio from 1995, the difference that that makes, you know, to feel the power of these metallic monsters, right? Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, again, link in the description below if you want to check these sounds out for yourself. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll definitely see you on the next one.